Welcome all, Abhilash here. So in this session, I am going to talk on budget analysis and profitability. So what is budget analysis? Budget analysis involves closely reviewing the details of financial budgets. The purpose of budget analysis is to understand and improve the way money is spent and managed. So budgeting and financial forecastings are tools that companies use to establish a plan for where management wants to take the company, budgeting and whether it is heading in the right direction or not in the financial forecasting. Although budgeting and financial forecastings are often used together, distinct differences exist between the two concepts. Budgeting quantifies the expectation of revenues that a business want to achieve for a future period, whereas financial forecasting estimates the amount of revenues or income that will be achieved in a future period. So this type of scrutiny ensures that organizations utilize all available finances in the most efficient way to meet overall goals. So considered benefits of budget analysis includes mitigating risks of avoiding insufficient funds for future projects, ensure interdepartmental coordination towards overall goals. Budget analysis helps to providing regular objective evaluation of actual performance. It helps to balancing ambitious financial projections with the realistic figures, locating unfair and or inappropriate allocation of funds, and budget analysis encouraging continued organizational success and development. So large organizations including government agencies, non-profits, higher education institutions or corporations often employ budget analysts. However, small companies and individuals can also reap numerous benefits from financial tools. So some key takeaways from budgeting analysis. Budgeting is the financial direction of where management wants to take the company, helping quantify the expectation of revenues that a business wants to achieve for a future period. Financial forecasting tells whether the company is headed in the right direction, estimating the amount of revenue and income that will be achieved in the future. Budgeting creates a baseline to compare actual results to determine how the results vary from the expected performance. Financial forecasting is used to determine how companies should allocate their budgets for a future period. But unlike budgeting, financial forecasting does not analyze the variance between financial forecasts. So a budget is an outline of expectation for what a company wants to achieve for a particular period, usually 1 year. Some characteristics of budgeting includes estimate of revenue expenses. So these things are added while budgeting. Expected cash flows, expected debt reductions. A budget is compared to actual results to calculate the variance between the two figures. So budgeting represents a company financial position. Cash flow and goals. A company budgets is usually reevaluated periodically. Means the budgeting reevaluated periodically means the budget which they have generated based on their project line, based on their cash flow and goals and debt reduction. They are evaluating with period to period. Means comparison they are doing, or if they think that the company is not going in the direction or is not going to get profit, so they sometimes they are taking a decision to change to make decision to change budget. So depending on how management wants to update the information, budgeting creates a baseline to compare actual results to determine how the results vary from the expected performance. So this is all about the budget analysis. So budget is nothing but if you want to start a company, and that time you will make a list of the cash flows or expenses and everything. That time you will create one Excel on the budget where you will add all things, how much cash you are going to put on production, how much cash you are going to for uh, office salary, everything, right? Next is profitability analysis. Profitability is a type of income statement analysis where an analyst assesses how attractive the economics of a business are, and common examples of probability measures include. So probability is a measurement of efficiency and ultimately is a success or a failure. A further probability is a business ability to produce a return on an investment based on its resources in comparison with an alternative investment. So probability is a success or a failure. It's ultimately success or a failure. So as per the analysis, probability we have gross margin, EBITDA margin, EBIT margin and net profit margin. So now let's discuss what is the meaning of gross margin. So gross margin is the difference between revenue and the cost of goods sold. Okay. So here you can see in this statement, this below is the income statement, right? On the first row you can see here is the revenue has mentioned for every financial year from 2018 to 2024, right? So this is the revenue for every year, for each year, and cost of goods that is sold, that here is mentioned. So what is the gross margin mean? So gross margin is the difference between revenue and the cost goods sold and divided by revenue. Okay. So gross profits you can calculate. Gross profit is revenue minus cost of goods sold. So 82,108. I'm checking 2018 column. Minus 31,201. So answer is 50,907. That is the gross profit, right? So gross margin is the difference between the revenue and the cost of goods sold. That means revenue minus cost of goods sold divided by revenue. So you will get the margin in percentage. Gross margin is expressed as a percentage. Generally, it is calculated as the selling price of item. So let's calculate gross profit margin for 2018. The formula is gross margin is equal to revenue minus cost of goods sold. The answer is 50,907 divided by revenue 82108. Divided by 82108. The answer is 0.62. So we want this figure in percentage. So what we will do, we'll multiply this figure by 100. So you will get a percentage of 62%. Right. So this is how gross margin is calculated in probability analysis. So next is EBITDA margin. So what is the EBITDA margin means to us? EBITDA margin is a measure of company's operating profit as a percentage of its revenue. Okay. So in EBITDA mainly the expenses is added like marketing, advertising, promotion expenses, general and administrative expenses. Okay. The EBITDA stands for earning before interest, tax and depreciation, right? E means earning, B means before, I for interest, T for taxes, D for depreciation and A for amortization. That's why the word is EBITDA. Okay. So here mainly all expenses things is added like marketing, advertising, promotion, general and administration. This is EBITDA. Okay. So here you can see EBITDA is added like in 2018 column 13,107 137 plus general and administrative 7,000, right? You can see now what we have to do for calculating EBITDA. The EBITDA formula is gross profit minus total their expenditure which occurred before tax, depreciation and interest. Okay. So if we calculate 50,907, that is the gross profit, minus 13,137 minus 7,000, the answer is 30,770. So approximately 30,770. right? This is how EBITDA is calculated. Next is EBIT margin. So what is the meaning of EBIT margin? EBIT margin means earning before interest and tax. Okay, EBITDA is earning before interest, tax, depreciation and amortization, but EBIT stands for earning before interest and tax, where depreciation and amortization will be added. Okay, EBIT margin is a financial ratio that measures the profitability of a company calculated without taking into account the effect of interest and taxes. Okay, it is calculated by dividing EBIT, earning before interest and tax, by sales or net income. Okay, so here you can see depreciation and amortization has added 6,400. So what do I do? EBITDA is means their expenses means D plus A means depreciation amortization amount plus minus by EBITDA 30,769. So here you can see the answer is 24,369. So EBIT is earning before interest and tax, amount is 24,369. So here is the gross profit. Based on the calculation, we have to we calculated gross profit margin here. Then up from gross profit we have to debit marketing and general expenses. Then you will get the EBITDA here 30,769. Again, for getting the EBIT amount, we have to deduct depreciation amortization amount from the EBITDA amount. Okay. Now we will get the net earnings. What is the net profit margin? So net profit margin, you can see net profit margin means the profit which you get, which company are getting after deducting their interest, taxes, depreciation, their marketing, advertising expenses, general and administrative expenses, and everything. A net profit margin is simply a net margin. So it measures how much net income or profit is generated as per percentage revenue. So net profit margin means revenue minus cost divided by revenue, right? So let's apply the formula here. Net profit, net earning. Now we have to get net earning. So what we will do? We will deduct interest and current taxes from the amount of EBIT. Okay, so either here we can see 7,050 is here. Below that current taxes is there around 5,196. So once we calculate this amount, once we deduct this amount from EBIT 24,369, we will get the answer 12,124, right? And for calculating net profit margin, we have a formula, that is revenue minus cost divided by revenue. So what is the cost we are getting? That is a 12,000, right? Calculating net profit margin, what we will do? We will divide this net margin, net earning amount by revenue. Why? Because net earning is equal to revenue minus cost. So this is the revenue 82,108. And this is the cost which occurred and we are debited from gross profit, from revenue, not profit. We are debited all this amount from revenue. So final figure is 12,124. So this is the net earning. So here formula will change, like net profit margin is equal to net earnings divided by revenue. So 12,124 divided by 82,104 is equal to 0.147 multiplied by 100. So answer is 14.8. So this is how profitability analysis is done. You can use same method, same formulas for next financial years. Thank you. Good wishes.